Can your Iya Basira ever? No. On today's episode, we're going to be showing you how to make BUKA stew, and I tell you, it is worth every try. So I just want you to stick around with me and watch how we prepare this. So this was me basically just seasoning my protein. I used shaki, I used goat meat, but this goat meat, the quantity in which the size in which it was chopped or diced, I really don't understand, but regardless, we shall use it like that. And I've set aside some Titus fish, which I'm gonna be grilling later alongside the goat meat. So this is me just adding my pepper mixture into the protein, and my pepper mixture was a combination of my scotch bonnet peppers and my onions and one piece of onion. So I blended this together and I was mixing it together here because our BUKA stew is about to be a banger. So I added the right amount of water because you don't want your proteins too soft to the extent that it's just shredding all about. So I was just here showing you guys my pepper mixture, of which I made sure everything was in the right quantity. You know, you don't want pepper to be more than tomatoes. You don't want tomatoes to be more than pepper. Then I went into a pan with my already bleached oil. So if you don't have your bleached oil at home, you can bleach some palm oil, but please make sure you use good palm oil. If you want to know good palm oil, you can see this one I'm using, like it's not foaming. Yeah, if you see any palm oil foaming like too much, just know that it's not good, and you don't want that kind of palm oil for your stew because you don't want to leave a weird taste on your tongue, you know. So I added my pepper mixture and then I went ahead to give it a stir. Please note, do not cover this stew. Allow it to boil for 12 to 15 minutes. Do not cover. Then when it's boiled, you can go ahead to cover it. Yeah, so I was just mixing. I was making sure that palm oil was sitting well with the tomato mix. My goodness, this video doesn't need English for voiceover. It actually requires Yoruba. We're getting there. So after 15 minutes, I went ahead to check on it, and you can see that it is boiling properly. I kid you not. This stew is actually a respecter of nobody. It kept splashing. I kept cleaning. At some point, I'm like, okay, what's a BUKA stew without a splash? Feel free to splash, my darling. We're gonna sort it out later. So yeah, when I saw that it has cooked for about 12 to 15 minutes, then I went ahead to cover it and allow to cook for another 25 minutes. So yeah, this is 25 minutes, and I came back, gave it a stir. I'm like, hey BUKA, are you okay? You right? And yes, I was just stirring here, and you can see I went ahead to add more seasoning. You see the combination of seasoning I use. Try this. If you know this combination just by looking at it, please go ahead to try it, you know. Then I added the seasoning and I gave it another good stir and allowed to cook for another 10 minutes. Before that, I added more palm oil. The palm oil go wine you, but shake not, just the look, you understand. So the palm oil that I added was just to make sure that the stew was gonna fry more, because it was gonna fry well. Yeah, you need more palm oil for this recipe, but at the end of the day, you are gonna take it out. The excess oil, you're gonna take it out. So you know now what's a BUKA stew without that egg that has muatayo. What English can I use to say this? Without that egg that has sock pepper. That's sock pepper tire. So I went in to add my proteins because the proteins, as it's got its own juice. Too much juice, too much sauce. Yeah. So I wanted all that sauce, all that juice incorporated into the stew. And I added my shredded goat meat. Not shredded, my chopped goat meat. I added that, and I added my fish. Then I added the broth. Please, if your stew is light enough, you don't need to add broth or water to it. But if you see that it's actually thick, feel free to add. Then I stirred it gently. Please, emphasis on stir it gently. You don't want to be turning as if you are dragging a better past my generator. Yeah, just stir it gently. And when this was properly cooked, the proteins were, infused into the stew. I decided to take out the excess oil. Do not throw this oil away. It can serve you for another purpose. You can use it to cook another stew. You can use it to make palm oil rice. So just take it out and preserve it for later. So after I brought out the excess oil, I decided to just do a bit of cleaning around the cooking area, because you always want to make sure that your cooking area is always neat. So when I was done with that, I decided to serve. So I wanted to give you guys a close look, so you don't say, oh, the oil is too much. No, the oil was okay, my darlings. Then I went ahead to serve my rice. I wrapped my rice in away moi, because I wanted it to get all that, leaf taste, and at this point I was serving. I was in my head, I'm like shaking fikomosi, I became fejasi, enyinko, abisho, roundabout. Is you all roundabout, or do you want pomo? It was giving that BUKA vibe. You can see the way I'm holding the spoon. I'm not holding the spoon like I want to serve turkey stew. No, I'm holding the spoon. Look at the way I just look at it. Forget it. If you don't know about it, forget about it. So this was how it looked like, and it was really nice. It was worth it. Once again, thank you all for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I love you all greatly, and God loves you more. Thank you. See you next.